Welcome into the second 5 minutes with Sean, maybe 10 of 2020. Last week on the show, we talked all about 2019 recap, a little bit of 2020. Keeping with that theme, I want to talk about resolutions or goals. Obviously, you scroll a lot of social media this time of year. You hear a lot about goals and what people want to do for the new year. And I just can't help but laugh most times because I feel like, and I don't mean in a rude way, as my producer shakes her head because she thinks I'm being rude. I'm not being rude. I'm trying to be honest with people to say to you, I laugh because they don't come with any context. It's just like, here's my 14 goals all written on a page. Why? Why is that your goal, right? Recently, I was talking with a client, and he says, Sean, just talked to the owner, and the owner has told me that the goal for this year is 70 cars a month. Okay. We've been selling 50. Cool. Why is that the goal? That's what he wants. Okay. Does that put more money in the coffers? Does it hit a unit objective with the OEM? Does it move cars off the lot? Do you have a bigger lot now? Like what? I don't understand. No, we just want to sell 70 cars a month. Okay. Well, we can do that, but this particular location was a gross store, right? So they made good money per unit. And I said, look, if you want to get from here to here, the gross may fall. No, it won't. No, okay, well then here's my thing. If you're running a pretty healthy gross right now, any store watching, if you're running a healthy gross, you want to sell more units, take more of the deals you passed on that kept you at this number. And don't sit here and tell me you didn't pass on deals. If you're running $1,500, $2,000 a copy on car deals in today's world, you passed on car deals. There were some hairy, ugly ones you decided you didn't want, and I get that. But if you want to move the unit needle, that is where you move the unit needle. If I knew how to tell you how to sell $2,500 a car and 250 units a month, I wouldn't be doing this show. I'd retire. I'd be in Hawaii or wherever people go to do that sort of thing because it's the silver bullet, the golden ticket. It's not obtainable. Okay? You got to pick a lane. You got to stay in it. But you want to have a goal. The goal needs context. When you say it to your team, it needs context. They need to know why are they getting behind your goal. Walk into a store and say, I want to sell 25 more cars a month this year. Just because I want to. No one's going to get behind because you want to. It's because you want to grow. It's because you want to do different things. You want to hire. You want to give your people breaks, bonuses. I don't give a shit what it is. Figure it out. Have context to your goal to move you and your teams forward. So we need a context to help them understand it. But now once they set the goal or the resolution, I think that's all the same to me. You set that. Now you need a plan, right? So the context is the why. The plan is the how. How was when talking to this dealer wanting to go to 70 cars, how do you want to do it? I just want to do it. Well, that's not possible. Why is that? Well, because currently you're spending about $225 a car sold. You want to get to 70 cars, you're gonna have to move your advertising dollar up a little bit. It's math. It's math. Now at 225, he's still in a great place, right? I think NADA puts the average sold unit about 600 blended between new and used. So at 250, he's running home runs. But if you want to move to 350 a unit or 400 and spend more to get more, it's possible. Now he can take over his backyard. He can do more things. He hasn't. Why? Not big on marketing, right? Doesn't like spending a ton of dough. These two things fight each other. You want to sell more but don't want to spend more. It's tough. Not impossible. You get into your database and work the hell out of that thing. Social media, referrals, etc. It's possible. But realistically, if you want to do it, it's going to take a few more dollars to get us there. Now, all of this is fun, fodder, communication, conversation. But the final thing that goals need is commitment. Commitment is the what. Of the why, how, and the what, that's the what. Because that's what it takes to get any goal. Now, anyone who knows me knows not a goal. Don't set them. Not interested. Maybe it's because I lived my whole life by them, working for other people, having specific goals based on nothing, which is annoying to have goals based on nothing. So goals for me, they're more conversational. They're more per day. But how when you look at a goal, are you looking at it daily, weekly, monthly, or are you trying to say, man, for 2020, I'm going to do this? Because I think if you're trying to bite off the 2020 this wide, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. I think you need to bring it in. I'd break it down in 30-day cycles, maybe 60-day cycles. Hell, 6-month cycles. Give yourself a break, though. And understand that the only way that you're ever going to convince me to ever talk or look at goals again is if they're realistic. Because there's no sense in setting an unrealistic goal that no one hits. Oh, but Sean, I want to drive people. I want people to do more, want to aspire to more. Good for you. Bring the goal down to a realistic level that people can and will hit. But if you make it unattainable, you will take everyone's energy right down to the bottom. I'm telling you, I've seen it far too many times. And the final part of all goals, and I'm lucky, because even though I don't have goals, I have an accountability person in my life, my wife, who makes sure and holds me accountable for most everything she possibly can. There's just certain things you can't do nothing about.
Well, because I never forget anything.
That's right. She's like a bear trap up here with the mind, okay? She doesn't forget anything. But you got to make sure there's someone or something to hold you accountable to your goals, okay? So as you're sitting there going through, you got your resolution set for this year, make sure you go through and you look at your why, the context, the how, your plan, and the commitment, the what. And make sure, most of all, there's a plan for accountability. Thank you guys so much for sitting through my goals, opinions for today. Make sure you tune in next week on the show. I'm bringing you Joe Wilkie. If you don't know Joe Wilkie, dude's awesome. And we're going to be talking about OTT. If you don't know what it is, you're going to want to tune in to find out. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your week. And don't forget to check us out everywhere you possibly can on social media.